Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to episode 48 of All Elite again, the TEW series. And today's episode is a very special episode. It is a rare Monday stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, it doesn't matter what day the stream happened, but just for your information, it's happening on a Monday today. Very rare occasion. And yeah, there's no time to waste. There's no time to waste because in the last episode we accidentally advanced into this dark taping. So let's throw together a couple of episodes of Dark. Let's just get straight into it. Hope everybody's doing well. I hope this video finds you in good spirits or something, you know. It's okay if you're like angry too. That's fine. You know. You're allowed to feel whatever you feel. Yeah, we're gonna give Suzuki Gun a win here. I said Dark and Suzuki Gun came to mind. So let's find some jobbers. Who pulled momentum, but he's extremely happy about it. Okay. You know, I gotta figure something out with all the Dark Order guys. I feel like I'm gonna like dissolve that group, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I'm sure Evil Uno and Stu Grayson will be kept together. Everybody else, I don't know, man. It's like, what? Do we send Tracy Williams back to to Dev? How about we do the well-known team of Tommaso Ciampa, Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Seidel, and Mike Bailey. Actually, you know what? Here, let's rather than jobbing out Matt Seidel and Mike Bailey, let's grab two guys from Dark. I mean, from Dev. Let's give Top Flight a chance here. Tommaso Ciampa, you're still gonna job. Yeah, so we're gonna do Tommaso and Top Flight. Yeah, I saw Darius Martin cut his hair lately, and like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I'm not trying to like talk any trash. You know, he's a professional wrestler, but him cutting his hair somehow like aged him like 5 years. Like, isn't that dude like 20, like in his young or like early 20s? What's going on? What's going on, Dante? Anyways, we're gonna give him 11 minutes. And you know what? We're gonna have Zack Sabre Jr. go over. We usually give the wins to Suzuki, but you know, low key Zack Sabre Jr. is the best in the group by far. We're just gonna leave it at this. Just win the match. All right, there you go. That's some Dark for you. Who else do we want to bring in from Dev? Let's see. You know, we always bring in Colt Cabana to job, and he's way too good in this mod. He's way too good in this mod. It's to the point where I'm like, you know, instead of bringing him in for jobs, we should probably just call him up at some point. He's way too. Are you back? Like, are you? Flip Gordon was injured for a long time. Oh wow, he's back. That's interesting. Is there anybody who want to wrestle Flip Gordon? He's a face. All right, let's see. Is there a heel that can use a win? Book. Jimmy Jacobs, maybe? Yeah, we're gonna do Jimmy Jacobs, Flip Gordon. What a match. What an ROH ass match. But this isn't ROH, this is dark. Alright, 10 minutes. Of course, we're gonna have Jimmy Jacobs get the win. We're gonna put his boys at ringside, Brody King and Punishment Martinez. All right, the road agent cannot also be a competitor. Words to live by. We got two heels getting wins back to back. Let's put a babyface over. Oh, Katarina Waters is still here. How about we who has she dropped to? Who have you dropped to so far? Davina and Trinity. Sari, which is what I was about to book. You know what? Rematch. Rematch. Yeah, if you thought their first encounter was good, wait until you see Sari beat her a second time. Oh man, on the last episode we got I believe we got both Kagetsu and oh no, Kagetsu's unimportant. Who did we get over? It was like, okay, we got Trinity to recognizable, and I feel like there was another woman that we got to recognizable, but I don't remember who. Whatever, it's not important. Trying to brag, but forgot what I was even bragging about. All right, you know what? She's the Knockouts champion. We'll give her respect. 15 big minutes. That might be too much. Sari's unimportant. 13 big ones. You know, we're gonna let you have a real match. Sari goes over clean. All right. Hey, all right. And you know what? We're gonna let that main event because I respect women. All right, let's get some promos on here. You know, I always forget what day Dark airs for us, but we're gonna presume that this first episode is going to air before New Year's Smash. So we're gonna give Jimmy Jacobs we're gonna give him 4 minutes, cut a promo on Adam Page before their big death match, which I don't even think we've set up in storyline yet. We need to do that. You know what? Let's go old school. Let's say this is a outside broadcast. They're like in a parking lot, you know. Very indie promo. Brody King is behind the camera. All right, there you go. Let's see who else can get a promo. Let's Davina and Trinity. Now that Trinity is over, let's try to have her actually speak and see how it goes. Or you know what? Actually, if we really want to see how she's doing, let's just have her cut a promo by herself. It's going to be Trinity talking to Renee Paquette, and we're gonna say. Here, we're We're gonna do Davina off screen. Mia Yim off screen, Kagetsu off screen, and AJ Mendez also, and Nikki Cross. Okay, Nikki Storm, excuse me. Jesus Christ, I can't spell. All right, boom. Trinity interview. We're just gonna have that be before this is a rematch. People are gonna be real confused. Still 9 more minutes. That's kind of a lot. Let's see. I was gonna say we could maybe get like a squash match in, but yeah, I feel like we're at our limit now. If we do a squash, we're gonna have too much wrestling. All right, so how about this? Walter promo, all reliable. All right, presumably this is going to air before the finals of the tournament, which he will be in. So we're gonna have him cut a promo about it. Boom. Did I make this Oh, okay. I didn't make the entire tournament a storyline, but I did make Kento and Walter a storyline. Okay, that's fine. All right, so we got Walter, we got Big Tim. Oh no, screen background. We got Axel, Never Forgotten. And let's see, they're talking to what are the interviewers we have other than Renee? I know we have several. Don't we have where is he? All right, Denise, first one I saw. Boom. Oh, we could have also gone with Melissa Santos. That's who I couldn't remember. All right, let's make sure he's actually talking about Kento. This is a mistake I've made many times. All right, still 5 more minutes. You know, Walter, you're getting 6 minutes, which seems excessive for a solo like backstage promo, but make it work. Trinity gets another minute. And screw it, this match gets 2 more minutes. We're going crazy. The only warning is that Katarina Waters is furious. That's fine. All right. Well, let's see. What do our darks tend to get? 71, 78, 70, 68. All right. I don't know. We're gonna, Sari and Katarina are in the main event. They might cook, so we're gonna guess like a 73. 73. All right, opening off a decent match. Suzuki-gun, Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Lance Archer defeat Tommaso Ciampa and Top Flight. Top Flight. I definitely know these guys' name. When Zack Sabre Jr. submitted Darius with an Article 50. I wonder what that is. Oh yeah, you see, he only got a 71. He was holding back because it's dark, but yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. The real the real leader of Suzuki-gun. We should push him. All right, kind of mild Jimmy Jacobs promo, but we accept. 67. Pretty mild match also. The crowd still simmering. Jimmy Jacobs defeats Flip Gordon and gets a 68. Trinity got a 69, but we have to remember everybody people tend to phone it in because it's dark. So a 69 is probably good, I'm gonna say. I'm going to assume that if this was Dynamite or Collision, this would be like a 70 something. So yeah, maybe Trinity able to cut some promo. Oh, the storyline lost heat though. Damn. Hey, Walter. Walter doesn't know the meaning of phoning it in, giving us a solid promo, hyping up the tournament finals, which aren't even set yet, actually. So yeah, let's hope let's hope this isn't a big spoiler. All right, and Saria and Katarina, they didn't really cook. They got a 60, yeah. All right. 71. Wow. What a scam. We definitely don't deserve that, but we'll take it. Sure. Let's get out of here before the game changes its mind. All right, now we have to book a second one. All right, let's do this. Let's. All right, I'm not gonna say it. And who I haven't been shown enough love to lately. The Death Riders. Obviously, I've been booking them a lot on and like they're in a storyline. Yeah, let's just give them a win here. Let's just give them a win. No reason. So let's do John, Shingo. Let's do the original crew: John, Shingo, and Pac. Let's see. They can take on. Again, let's get somebody from Dev actually. Let's see. We need some baby faces. Oh geez. All right. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, and you know what? We were talking about him a second ago. Let's get Colt Cabana in here. King of the squash match. The best jobber you've ever seen. Yes. John, Pac, Shingo versus Colt and Jurassic Express. Oh, Shingo's a strained wrist. All right, let's go ahead and switch him with Fergal then. All right, 8 minutes. I imagine these guys would just completely body the other team. Jon Moxley gonna get the win. All right, kind of insane to have Jon Moxley even be on Dark, but it's a treat. It's a treat for the loyal Dark watchers. Right, we're gonna have him cut a promo. And again, I don't know when this is going to air or where we're going to be at in this storyline, but we're just going to have him talk about the people he's in the storyline with and leave it at that. All right. Can I see something here? Does Sri gain any pop? Or oh, she went up like 1 point of popularity. That's cool. All right, here let's book our women's match. I'm feeling another trios coming up. How about we do Julia? Let's do Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and Lady Sean. And you know what? No quick entrance. I want I want Tokyo Cyber Squad to come out and do it. I want them to do the whole dance. Do the whole thing. Let's go. Let's get Martina out there and let's get honorary member Suri. One night only. Taking on Lady Shani and Stephanie Vaquer. All right, of course, Hana Kimura going to be the one to get the win. We'll make it an open match. And do we have an angle idea? Please tell me we have something. All right, you know what? We're using it likely. We're doing it. We're gonna take a chance here because I want to book a Hana Kimura promo. You know, she should have some mic skills, but so far in this mod, every time I give her a promo, it's not great. I wonder if having Martina talk to would actually help. I mean, yes. All right, here, we'll let them both talk. All right, in reality, this would just be like a quick, you know, maybe like minute-long promo, but we need to fill out time on the show, so we're gonna give her 3 minutes. And you know, they're just gonna do their whole like, she's just gonna hit all the catchphrases, you know. Tokyo Cyber Squad, yes sir. You know them. All right, now we have 26 more minutes. What are we going to do? You know, what if we get crazy right now? I say that about every match I book, but what if we get crazy? I'm just hyping up this up. I'm just gonna book the 6 man. Let's get Yuta and let's get Daniel and let's see. How good are you, Yuya Uemura? Ooh, a 40. All right. All right. He needs more time in the oven. Robbie Eagles. All right. We'll just use some people from the main roster too. All right, random 6-man. Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia, Robbie Eagles, Leo. Oh, Leo Rush is not contracted to work dark. Of course. Man, the amount of times I've tried to book Leo Rush, but it's dark, and I'm like, all right, we can't book him. You know, too many. Too many times. Hey, you know what? Orange Cassidy, get in there. Let's get to Black Taurus and I'm looking for one more babyface. I mean, obviously Bandito's here, but I feel like, you know, Bandito, he's a little above this kind of match right now in my booking, I'd say. Flip Gordon is still here. All right, get him. Get him, Flip. I'll give him 10 minutes. Should I tell them to steal the show? I'm not going to. We're gonna have Orange Cassidy get the win. Open match. Do whatever you want. Orange Cassidy going over. Cool. Probably gonna pin Daniel Garcia, I'm gonna guess. And you know, we're gonna move the Jon Moxley stuff to the main event. We still need 11 more minutes. All right, who can cut a promo? Oh, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson or Swerve, maybe. FTR can cut a promo. I know everybody is big. Everyone is a big fan of FTR. Jesus. Holy syntax. Who did I literally just... Oh, Swerve. Swerve, Don Callis is there too. They're talking to RJ City for some reason about Bryan Danielson and Darby Allin. Swerve, he's obsessed. He's obsessed. He needs the championship. So let's move this promo to after their match. Right, we need 7 more minutes. Right, let's see what's coming up at here Smash. Yeah, literally right before I started streaming, I just kind of came up with the idea that we can do a big 10-man tag using people that were in the international tournament on night 1 of New Year's Smash to kind of hype up the finals. And obviously, like Zack Sabre Jr., Lance Archer, Timothy Thatcher, they weren't in the tournament, but you know. I would let Phoenix cut a promo if he was good at them. I don't know. Let's give like Adam Page a promo. and maybe like, I don't know, MJF. We're gonna do the same way we did a sit down interview with Trinity. Let's do one with Adam Page. How about that? Two more minutes. All right, how about we make this a real match then? 10 minutes. All right, so what did our last episode do? It was an undeserved 71. I think with fucking John Moxley in the main event, we can beat a 71. So I'm hoping this gets at least a 72. That's my official guess. All right, let's go. All right, we open this episode of Dark with a random 6-man cruiserweight matchup. Flip Gordon might be a little big, but whatever. Wheeler Yuta taking on Daniel Garcia, Robbie Eagles, Orange Cassidy, Black Taurus, and Flip Gordon. And it was a poor match apparently. Orange Cassidy. Well, he pinned Robbie Eagles. All right. All right. Shout out to Daniel Garcia not eating the pin. Get bodied, Robbie Eagles. All right, fun match. Not good, but fun. Ooh, solid promo from Swerve Strickland. Moving on. All right, we got women's 6-man action. We have Tokyo Cyber Squad teaming up with Sari to take on Julia, Lady Shani, and Stephanie Vaquer in a match they got a 63. Stephanie Vaquer needs so much work in this mod, like, and I mean, I guess it makes sense. I feel like she didn't really start to she didn't really start to pop off till like 2024 or 2025 or something. You know, until she hit CMLL. I don't know what she was doing in 2020. All right, but again, okay match. Hey, the angle idea was a success. The storyline gained heat. Hell yeah. All right, 70 promo. Thank you, Hannah. Tokyo Cyber Squad. Yes, sir. All right, we're feeling. Oh, Adam Page not phoning it in. 81. 81. Adam Page with the real interview. Can I see something here? Okay, I thought maybe it would say that like the segment got a bonus for Renee Paquette being the interviewer, but I guess. All right, the main event, Death Riders absolutely destroy Colt Cabana and the Jungle Express, and it gets a 78. People excited to see John Moxley on Dark. Yeah, look at this. Colt Cabana 4 points away from John Moxley. He's too good. Like, I like Colt Cabana. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I don't know. I guess the mod maker really likes Colt Cabana. And you know what? Fair. Whatever, man. Who am I to say? All right, and the promo that I completely forgot we booked gets a 75. All right, 75. Good episode of Dark. One for the books. We lost $68. Damn. I needed that. I mean, that's pretty interesting. How did how did we lose money? Oh, and that was a Christmas dark taping. Wow, what a tyrant I am. I couldn't give everybody the night off. I was like, come do these dark tapings. I don't care about your families. It's Saturday. See anything going on? Kaylee Ray leaving all these companies she worked for. Damn. All right, yeah, let's just keep advancing straight till Monday, and we're gonna book some Collision. It's gonna be a good one. I took a big swig of water there, and we're still on the loading screen. Okay. Dwayne Johnson is the 6th highest grossing actor of the 2010s. Yeesh. God. Okay, Dark is shown on Sunday? That's weird, but all right. Wait, but doesn't that mean that it'll air like on the same whatever, man. El Gallo to remain with CMLL. Who is this guy? Oh, he's got good fundamentals. Eh. Yeah, as we're getting very close to the end of the year. These are actually going to be our final 2 shows of the year. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. We're finally going to make it to 2021, and then yeah, we're getting straight into New Year's Smash. So yeah, I'm pretty hype. I feel like I've been talking about these shows for months. That's how it feels, like in real time. I know we missed a week, I think. Almost didn't get a stream this week, but here we are on a Monday. But yeah, it feels like I've been talking about New Year's Smash for so long. I'm so ready to book these shows. Kagetsu fully recovered. Great. Well, what injury did they have? How do you understand? I don't know. I thought there was a way, like an injury oh, wait, recent news. All right, whatever. It's not that important. Willow Nightingale gives birth to a healthy baby boy. Everybody say congratulations, Willow. All right. I heard you guys. Thank you for saying it. Alex Reynolds suffered a broken jaw. Is this guy on our roster? No, he's not. All right. He's just shortlisted. All right, then I'm not as concerned. I hope he's all right, but not my problem. Ethan Page also on the short list. All right. All right. So before we jump into the show, can I take a look real fast just to? I want to make sure we're all set to go. Oh man, we're doing Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley on this. Ooh, that's gonna be good. Sting and Orange Cassidy, Tom Lawler, Jonah Rock. All right, what is this match? I think this is Kento Miyahara versus Davey Boy Smith, and then this is Walter versus AJ Styles. So yeah, we're gonna need to borrow Davey Boy Smith. Okay. I also think I'm gonna borrow AJ, not AJ, Will Ospreay again, just so we can give him like a backstage segment with AJ Styles. All right, we need to injure Davina. All right, cool. Oh, and yeah, the Usos are here. Oh, their contracts start in 9 days. Okay, cool. Trish and Tunde. All right, I'm getting caught up on my own save. You think I would know these things? All right, it's time for the final collision of 2020. After this loading screen. All right, all right. You know what? It's the end of the year. Nobody wants to be anywhere cold. So how about we go? Yeah, we're in the southeast. How about we? Oh well, we were here for dark. How about we just stay here in the southeast? Yeah, so we're gonna leave Florida, but we're not going too far. We're going to Mississippi. Can we get like some finishes? We've got some big matches coming up. Oh, near certainty for Walter. Okay, game. I see you. Trying to get me to put the championship on him. Oh, here's another near certainty. All right, hold on. Oh, a bit of a damn. All right, I thought we were gonna go 3 for 3 there. But you know, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Davina, we really need to get more people for Davina to train. She's been training just Bianca Belair for quite a while now. It's like insane, actually. I feels like Bianca Belair's been here for a while. She's had many title shots. How is she still getting training? Chuck Taylor has a character idea. Demonic Flamita and Will Ospreay getting into it backstage. Guys, relax. Oh, Flamita's gloomy and Will Ospreay is an agitator. Oh, that's not good. Don't want too many of those around. All right, it's time to collide. Let's go. All right, and the first thing we're gonna book is the International Championship Tournament semi-final match. All right, Ken's Miyahara versus Davey Boy Smith. This was a solid match in real life. This is one of the All Japan matches I've seen. It was a pretty decent match, even though I'm really not a huge fan of Davey Boy Smith these days. I think most of the time when I see him, it's like he insists on working this extremely slow-paced style. But I'm hoping they have good chemistry and that Kento Miyahara can, you know, get Davey Boy Smith to work. God damn it. No, we're not gonna use. All right, so that's our semi-final match of the International Championship Tournament. And speaking of said tournament, let's do some related stuff. All right, we're gonna have a backstage segment where we're gonna see AJ Styles backstage in the locker room getting ready. Why is he getting ready? He's not booking this. I don't know. But maybe we'll book him in a match. I don't know. But we're gonna have Will Ospreay come up and be like, "Hey, AJ, I just want to tell you again, it was such an honor to get to wrestle you. You're my idol, you're my inspiration for even being a wrestler. And it meant so much to me." And AJ Styles, he's gonna be like, "Look, kid, all these are nice words, but I'm not interested in being your idol or being your role model. I would rather be your mentor. I would rather see you, Will Ospreay, rise up in this industry like I did." So yeah, they're kind of linking up, so to speak. Yeah, this part be just 1 minute. And Will Ospreay talk? Is Will Ospreay even human? Oh, so he can talk. All right, cool. I was gonna say surprisingly, but I don't think he's a bad promo. That promo he got on Dynamite, where he talked about smashing his wife, that was crazy. That was too much. That was definitely like relaxed. Tony Khan should not have let him said that on TV or have said that. And this is going to be foreshadowing. We're going to have Walter show up and he's going to start running his mouth. Yeah, basically we're just teasing their match, which is on Dynamite. So basically, while Will Ospreay is in the middle of his whole like, "Oh, it was such an honor. Oh, you're my idol," Walter's gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, that's nice. Get out of the way, kid. I've got business with AJ Styles here." And you know what? Screw it. Why don't we do this? What else is on? Oh well, we already have a tag match coming up, but why don't we just go ahead and book AJ and Will Ospreay versus Timothy Thatcher and Axel? Timothy Thatcher, you stay away from Will Ospreay's neck, damn you. All right, 10-minute match, nothing too crazy. We're gonna have AJ Styles pick up the win. Is Walter a guy that does commentary? He is. All right, cool. All right, Walter on commentary. All right, let's go ahead and book the other matches we know, and then we'll loop back around and do some promos. All right, main event: Eddie Kingston versus Jon Moxley. All right, so far in the storyline, Eddie Kingston he beat Jon Moxley, and I believe it was it Shingo? Well, he got a tag team win over Moxley with, I want to say, oh wait, no, I don't think he did. No, yeah, the Death Riders beat Kento and Eddie Kingston because the Latin Mafia interfered. Look, man, all this is to say is that I'm going to give Jon Moxley the win. I'm going to give Jon Moxley the win. I feel like it would be cool in storyline if Eddie Kingston could somehow beat him, but Jon Moxley's just way more popular. He's probably not going to want to put him over. So we're going to spare ourselves the We're gonna spare ourselves the heartache and just book Jon Moxley to win. All right, we're gonna say, how about we do submission finish, but we're gonna say, I think this same finish we did last time. We're gonna say that Eddie Kingston passes out in the Bulldog choke. He doesn't tap out, he passes out. So he didn't quit. You know what? Actually, no. Just them. What if we do 18 minutes slow build? That's our main event. Maybe we'll open with Kento and Davey. It's probably going to be a better well, actually, I don't know. I was going to say it might be better than the main event, but Jon Moxley is very over. So that we'll see. Or wait, no, I was about to book a promo, but I got to book these matches. Got matches to book. All right, Sting in orange versus Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock. All right, and I believe we had Sting. Oh yeah, it was that MJF beat Orange Cassidy, and then Sting came out and kind of ran MJF and his boys off. So now he's kind of on. He's kind of aligned himself with best friends for a bit. Anyways, backstory aside, Sting is obviously gonna get the win here. Clean. Here, we're gonna do botched interference. We're gonna have Tom Lawler get hit by MJF. Yeah, I imagine that, because it's Sting, Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock would be like selling very very silly, like, very goofy. And especially MJF. He's gonna run in there and like go for like a big clothesline or something, and Orange Cassidy's gonna duck it, and he's just gonna nail Tom Lawler, and he's gonna do a big overreaction like, Tom, why were you in the way? And then he's gonna like turn around and get like orange punched or something. Oh, we'll give him 12. Right. And I mean, this is all we had pre-planned, but we know we need to do an angle where Davina is injured. Or we could do like a all right, because we're trying to set up a three-way women's tag team championship match. So I'm trying to think. Can we do this? Oh, but but Davina and Trinity, that's the whole reason we need to do this, because Davina, they have bad chemistry. How about we do this? Trinity singles match against Rina Yamashita. We're gonna have Trinity win the match, and we're gonna do like we're gonna do an angle like she's in the ring, and then on the screen they cut to like a promo backstage from AJ Mendez, and they're gonna show that Davina has been laid out. We'll do it that way. Why is the Trinity out there by herself against all of Odeotai? Who knows? You know, why don't we have both of them get laid out, actually? Why don't we have Trinity get laid out by Odeotai and Davina Rose get laid out by AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm? I think that's the move. All right, 2 minutes. Surprise. Davina Rose on the ground. She's holding her leg or something. Ah, my leg or ankle or knee or elbow, maybe. Ah, I'm hurt. I'm injured. AJ Mendez cutting the promo. Um, Nikki's. Oh, we definitely should get Maxie Impaler for this. Hold on. Yeah, let's get Max for this. All right, so the implication being that Maxie Impaler took out Davina Rose. All right, so we're gonna have this part. How do we do this actually? Because technically AJ Mendez is cutting the promo backstage, but Trinity's in the ring. All right, here we'll do this first part backstage, and then we'll have Trinity off screen, Mia off screen, Agetsu, Konami, Azuki, and Rina. Add new part. We're gonna have this part be two. We're gonna have this part be 1 minute. All right, basically in this part, we're just gonna have Odeotai. Like they're gonna use the distraction provided by AJ Mendez and Actually, let's make it longer because we're gonna have Mia Yim get on the mic too. So we'll give him 2 minutes. Because remember, Odeotai, they also want the tag titles. So yeah, we'll have Mia Yim start cutting a promo too. And this time we're gonna have AJ Mendez be off screen. Nikki off screen. Davina off screen. Max. All right, there you go. All right, so we've got both members of the team being taken out simultaneously. And you know what? I think it's likely to succeed. I think this angle is likely to succeed. All right, hopefully that does well. All right, so what else can we get on this show? We definitely want a promo before this match. All right, so we're gonna do 2 minutes of hype with Sting. Should we let best friends talk too? All right, we're gonna have Chuck Taylor talk. Trent, you say nothing. Orange Cassidy is also there. Denise is there. And basically, Sting is cutting a hype promo with best friends. You know, so Chuck Taylor and Sting are both really hyped up. Like, MJF, you big weenie. You want to go around here and be a bully just because you have all this money and you have these big guards to protect you? Well, how are you gonna like it when we kick your asses? All right, then we're gonna do a second 1 minute part where we're gonna use Orange Cassidy as a comedic relief. You know, he's gonna give us a witty one line. That's his job. All right, do your thing, funny man. All right, why am I being so mean to Orange Cassidy? All right, we definitely need promos from Eddie Kingston, John Moxley. What's going on time? All right, Swerve versus Darby Allin. So we'll probably have Swerve cut a promo here, or well, one of them cut a promo. All right, classic Eddie Kingston promo. We're just gonna give him 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna. This is like a focused, locked in Eddie Kingston. He's not even thinking about Latin Mafia at this point. He's just focused on beating John Moxley. He's like, I'm gonna prove it to you, John. I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove to you what you already know and what I already know, that I'm a fighter and that I'm gonna fight until my heart gives out. You think you can outlast me, John? All right, and we're gonna give John a bit more time. But he's basically also hyping up the match. But we're gonna have him. We're gonna have him do like an honorable, even though he's a heel. We're gonna have him be honorable, and he's gonna tell the other Death Riders, like, you know, just stay back here, guys. You know, this thing is between me and Eddie, and you know, I'm gonna show him man to man, one on one, that he just doesn't stack up. He doesn't got what it takes. He talks a big game, but when it comes down to it, Eddie Kingston, you were never the one. You were never meant to be the world champion, the world traveler, the legend. I, John Moxley, am the best wrestler in the world. You know what? He will mention Andrade because he's gonna, make reference to the fact that he doesn't need any help from Latin Mafia, or he doesn't need the other Death Riders. He can be Eddie Kingston all by himself. All right, 18 more minutes. Let's do a Latin Mafia promo. Oh yeah, the last thing that happened in the storyline was Andrade defeated Rey Fenix. Didn't we have Dark Penta debut here? How did I forget that? All right, yes, Andrade definitely needs to cut a promo, as does Penta. So we're backstage with Andrade and the entire Latin Mafia. Selena, Ortiz, Santana's injured, so we don't have to put him there. Black Taurus, Demonic Flamita, Dark. Did I change his? No, his name's still Penta. Okay. Penta, Garza, and of course, don't forget about Humberto. All right, and he's basically gloating about how, oh, Rey Fenix, the look in his eyes when we reveal to him his brother, or should I say what once was his brother and what is now a being of pure evil and pure hatred and pure darkness. He's evil. We're gonna have him also talk about Eddie and John Mox. Maybe Melissa Santos is like, you've been involved with the two men in tonight's main event. Do you have any thoughts about that? And he's gonna say, I've tried to be so nice to John Moxley, and I've tried to be cordial with the Death Riders, but it seems that he keeps on saying that he doesn't want my help. So we'll respect his wishes tonight. We will not interfere with the match. All right, I'm gonna give Dark Penta 1 minute to do his evil. Even though he's evil, he still has to hit the Zero Metal. He just does it in an evil way now. He pops off. Evil pop off. There's not enough characters for us to write Dark Penta popped off. I'm very sad about that. And since this has somehow become the de facto co-main event, we're gonna give this a bit more time. We still need 11 minutes. We definitely need a Cody promo somewhere in here. Here, we're gonna do a backstage promo actually, where Cody is talking with MJF. Randy in the background. We got Todd. This is gonna come after they've already lost to them. All right, so basically Cody is stressed the fuck out. He is like, Sting, he's coming for me. He's gonna take my championship. How can I beat him? You saw what he did there. You saw he teamed with Orange Cassidy. I can't beat him. And MJF is gonna kind of like look. They got lucky tonight, all right? But you know what, Cody? You know what? Just for you, just because I respect you and I look up to you, my world champion, I'm gonna take care of Sting myself. And when are we booking that match though? Oh, on Dynamite. All right. How about this? This Wednesday, I take care of Sting myself. He won't even make it to New Year's Smash. Let's get Renee Paquette in there. Just because. This is the one Cody segment. This does definitely not need 6 minutes, but we're gonna give it 6 minutes. Right. Oh, Swerve and / or Bryan Danielson. Okay. Or we could just do a Swerve promo and a Darby promo. Okay, well, this be foreshadowing. All right, this went well last time, so we're gonna do it again. Swerve Dawn. If it worked on Dark, it should work on Collision. Swerve's gonna teach Darby Allin the meaning of pain. He's like, oh, so you like to throw yourself off things and set yourself on fire and skateboard? Well, that's nothing compared to what I'm gonna do to you. Man, there's a ton of promos this episode. How do we move this here? We need 2 more minutes. We're gonna have Darby Allin cut a promo? Question mark. All right. How about we have Darby Allin cut a promo backstage with Bryan Danielson, just to get Bryan Danielson on the show too. Why not? It would, in my mind, it would make more sense for Darby to just cut the promo on his own. But in TEW, let's get our major star Bryan Danielson in the promo. All right, Darby says there's nothing Swerve can do to him that he hasn't already done to himself. What does he mean by that? All right, this is our collision. It's a little, well, I guess we're exactly at 70% matches, so I guess it's not light on wrestling, but it somehow feels like it's just the number of promos to number of matches is kind of skewed. But hey, we're opening with a banger and we're closing with a banger, so it should be a good show. And you know what? This is a tournament match, and it's Kento Miyahara. We're gonna give it a full 20. This is gonna go longer than the main events. Hopefully, I'm hoping this match opens off the show really strong. Oh, and wow, I forgot all about this. Hold on. All right, we need to set some match aims. Can Trinity brawl? No. Damn. Oh, she also doesn't really have psychology? Oh, no. All right, you know what? You're getting the storytelling match anyways. I'm sorry. We really don't have a steal the show match here, actually. If anything, it would probably be this, but not if they're going 20 minutes. Man, I don't want to. We could make this a 15-minute match and have them steal the show. Kind of weird to have like two tech guys steal the show, actually. It might work. They're both very consistent. I don't know. Can you brawl, Orange Cassidy? Oh, he can? All right, this is going to be the Wild Brawl. I'm going to assume that Sting can brawl. Sting. Look, this is the Wild Brawl, inexplicably. Inexplicably. Thank you. All right, now we need the steal the show. All right, this definitely. Oh man, what are we doing? What are we doing? Look, man, this side can do the steal the show match. These guys just need to play along, keep up. All right, so yeah, this is a show. We've got some good matches. We have many promos. I mean, I'm hoping John Moxley and Eddie Kingston obviously does well. My official guess is going to be an 80. I don't think we're gonna hit an 85 with this show, as nice as that would be. So my guess is gonna be an 83. 83. A nice, humble 83. Let's see. Holy shit. A 91 match to open the show. Man, you see why I didn't want to give this match 5 last minutes? Alright, yeah, of course, Kento Miyahara gets the win and advances the finals of the International Championship tournaments. Alright, yeah, incredible match. Fully a carry job by Kento. But still, he's that good. He's that good. All right, we cut to a backstage moment between AJ Styles and Will Ospreay that is immediately ruined by Walter, who warns AJ Styles that, we're gonna be facing each other in the tournament semifinals next week. I'm gonna kill you. All right, 71. All right, the Best Friends and Sting promo gets a 72. All right, that's pretty decent. Let's see how good this Wild Brawl does. 68. All right. Well, not all things considered, not that bad. Not that bad. All things considered. This could easily be worse. We had Sting and Orange Cassidy brawl with Tom Lawler and Jonah Rock. This could be worse. All right, but yeah, Sting and Orange Cassidy got the win. All right, we cut backstage to Swerve. I don't remember what he got on Dark, but I feel like it was higher. Like he got like a 75 or something, unless I'm making that up. I could just go back and check, but I'm not going to. But all right, yeah, decent promo for Swerve. Kingston cuts a promo on Jon Moxley, gets a 75, doesn't advance any storylines. That is interesting, and I should have been more aware of that. Trinity and Rina Yamashita have a 70 storytelling match. All right. The crowd not that into it for whatever reason. What are they? They don't like women? They don't like women in Mississippi? What's going on? But no, pretty decent match. It got the job done. Thank you, Trinity. Oh no, we cut backstage. Davina Rose is down. Oh, AJ Mendez is doing an evil laugh. Oh, and Trinity gets attacked. Oh no. All right, kayfabe injury. Oh, can't we? Isn't there like a setting to have somebody get kayfabe injured? I don't know. Anyways, it turns out the angle was unlikely to succeed. Damn. All right, but we bring the crowd back with this Darby Allin promo and Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson kind of I just imagined these two would just be yelling. Or actually, no, scratch that. Bryan Danielson would be yelling, but Darby Allin would be kind of talking in like a lower tone of voice, like he's really serious and intense, and Bryan Danielson's like, "Yeah, Darby, yeah, and Darby's like, "Swear." All right, Latin Mafia promo featuring Dark Penta gets a 78 when oh well, yeah, that's it, 78. I don't know what I was gonna go on to say there. Oh but yeah, Andrade saying that he's gonna honor the Death Riders and Jon Moxley's wishes, and he's not gonna interfere during the match. Key words during the match. Oh hey, I almost forgot to book a fucking angle. Almost forgot to book this angle. And it's like a pivotal angle too. So yeah, All right, so after the match, Jon Moxley is victorious. He choked out Eddie Kingston. We're gonna have a moment in the ring where Jon Moxley, he's kind of spent from the match. Eddie Kingston is starting to come to and stand up. And Jon and Eddie, they're gonna look at each other, and instead of attacking him, oh, and by this point, we're gonna say that the Death Riders have come out from the back, so they're at ringside now. All right, so yeah, Jon Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they kind of have a moment where they look at each other, and Jon Moxley, he kind of looks at Eddie Kingston, and they don't like shake hands or anything, but they kind of just, they share a moment. They share a look at each other where like maybe Eddie Kingston says something to Jon, and Jon kind of like gives him a nod. So it's kind of just kind of making it clear to the crowd that there's a little bit of respect there between these two who just went to war. All right, so John Moxley, he's leaving. Eddie Kingston is still in the ring, and yeah, we're gonna have Eddie Kingston. Surprise! He's gonna get attacked. What else would happen? Yeah, after promising not to interfere in the match, it turns out that Latin Mafia, they've got no problem interfering afterwards. The match is technically over. So yeah, we're gonna have Lita, Humberto. And we're gonna have Andrade kind of just at ringside, kind of calling the shots, telling everyone, get him, get him. We're gonna say Penta is also at ringside for whatever reason. He's not involved in the beat. All right, but yeah, so the match is over. Eddie Kingston, after he just got a little bit of respect from John Moxley, is getting beaten down. But what's this? The Death Riders. They've after they're gonna tease it a bit. They're gonna like kind of look back towards the ring, and John's gonna really think about it for a second. He's gonna turn back around as though he's ready to leave, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, fuck this!" And they're gonna turn around. They're gonna charge the ring. Did I get all of them? John, Pac, Shingo. We're also gonna have like Ray Phoenix and Bandito and Wagner. All right, and then this third part, we're basically just gonna have Death Riders fight off Latin Mafia, excluding Andrade, of course. Andrade never actually got in the ring. So yeah, in a crazy turn of events, the Death Riders are now fighting alongside Eddie Kingston. I'm sure nobody could have seen this coming. You know what? Actually, we're gonna get rid of the Luchadors. We're gonna get rid of Bandito and Phoenix. We're just gonna leave it at the Death Riders. There's too many people involved, too many moving parts. You know what? I changed my mind. We are gonna have them be involved. I'm very indecisive about this, but you know what? I think they should be involved actually, because the storyline does kind of revolve around Ray Phoenix and the fact that they lost Penta to the Death Ride, to Latin Mafia. Horus, Demonic, Lamida, Garza. Damn, actually, you know what? God, this is. You know what? Here, we're just gonna delete this. Fuck it. Instead of doing fight, because if we already did making the save, I'm gonna assume that's them running to the ring and beating everybody up and throwing them out of the ring. So we're just gonna have them work the crowd here, I think. We're gonna have like John and Eddie and Andrade. We're just gonna have everybody work the crowd. Not everybody literally, but all the important people. And everybody else get in the background. And there's too many people in this angle right now. I'm fighting for my life. You know, having a big group of guys is it's all fun and games until you have to start booking angles. Did I forget? Oh, Demonic Flamita. Okay, there we go. All right, it's a very convoluted angle, but the point. Oh, somebody's still making the save. Who? Who is making the save? Virgil? Bandito, maybe? No. Ray Phoenix? No. Pac? No. Shingo? Who's making? Did it say segment 3? Part 3. There's a save being made. Ooh. Oh, currently booked in part 3. Okay. Wagner. I didn't even know he was there. I forgot I put him in. All right, this comes after the main event. Do we have an angle idea we can use? No. All right, yeah, I can't believe I almost forgot to book that. Let's continue the show. AJ Styles and Will Ospreay have absolutely zero chemistry as partners. Fuck you, game. How dare you? How dare you do this to me? No, it's not. It's not like I was planning on having them go on a tag run, but I was planning on having them, do some tag matches. So this is kind of annoying, I will say. Also, this match was a straight up dud all around. Will Ospreay was the weak link. What is happening here? All right, we're just gonna get off the screen. I don't like this. All right, 92 promo. Thank you. Our champion saw what was happening in that match and was like, I gotta cut a promo. I need to save this show. All right, thank you, Cody. 92. All right, John Moxley, right pre-main event promo. I forgot to put Eddie Kingston in it. Yes. In 84, it didn't affect any storylines. What am I doing? All right, 89 main event. Not just shy of being as good as the opening match. Still very good. Probably the best match we've ever booked Eddie Kingston in. Eddie Kingston and John Moxley have good chemistry. Yes, everything just went well here. Very happy about this. If the game said they had zero chemistry, I would have, I don't know, man. I would have ended the stream. All right, but that didn't happen. 89. Hell yeah. Right, and the very convoluted angle at the end of the show gets an 83. The part where Eddie Kingston got attacked didn't do that well, but the other two parts did, so that's good. Wow, an 88. Man, I should have been a little more confident before the show. What? They didn't have dramatic stakes. We advanced the tournament. The Death Riders fucking saved John Moxley. What do you mean? They didn't. There wasn't dramatic stakes. Get out of here. We made back the money we lost from that dark. Thank God. We made back our $68. Are we only getting popped in the Maritimes and Central Europe? Yes, that was a very exciting final collision of the year. Also, you know what? That was the final collision of the year. I completely forgot CM Punk was on our roster at all. No word from CM Punk, no word from Kenny Omega. Totally forgot about both of them. Wow. All right, maybe they're onto something with the the lack of the dramatic stakes. Oh, New South Wales. Yeah, I was like, what do you mean temperature source? December. Did we beat Raw? Yes, we did. We spanked that ass. Get the hell out of here, WWE. We spanked that ass. All right. Thank you, Davey Boy. Thank you, Will. All right, let's just go ahead and advance. Yeah, we are barreling straight ahead to New Year's Smash. I really am looking forward to booking these shows. Finally, it just feels like we have been talking about and planning these shows for so long. Now that we're like finally like we're on the precipice, we're right there. So it's like, yeah, I can't wait. Atomic Star, fine. Pay raises, sure. We booked Timothy Thatcher on one collision, and he's like, pay me $280 more. All right, man. Whatever you want. Tracy Williams, you weren't even booked. $360? Sure. All right, so it is December 30th. It is the day before the end of the year, and it is time for the final Dynamite. But before we do that, I'm going to take a quick break. I need to get up, stretch these legs for a second, refill my cup of water. And when I come back, we are going to book an exciting episode of Dynamite. Sting versus MJF, Walter versus AJ Styles, Swerve versus Darby, some other stuff. All right, stick around. And if you've enjoyed this, you know the drill. Like and subscribe, etc., etc. All right, be right back. All right, we are back. We're back. It's time to book the final Dynamite of the year. But before we do that, I mentioned that we forgot all about CM Punk and Kenny Omega. Yeah, what is going on in that storyline? We had CM Punk complain about stuff on Dynamite. Nothing with Kenny or Omega or the what? Collision. And we had him cut another promo. And we had the Elite respond. All right, I think we're gonna open this show with like a promo segment between those guys. And yeah, I guess that'll be how we set up their trios match. Actually, no. I said that it was it's the end of the year, it's cold, but we don't want to be cold, so we want to go somewhere warm, so let's go to the Southwest. Even though we were just here a month ago. We're going to LA. This ain't no country club either. This is LA. Alright, show me the money. Oh, near certainty. Alright, let's go. Alright, can we get some angles actually too? A safe bet. Alright, they're cooking right now. Can we get another one? A big gamble. Alright, we got one more try. But likely. Alright, we got some useful stuff. Oh, Kenny Omega and Maria getting into a heated argument. All right, guys, please, let's be professionals here. Oh, Matt Sydal showed up high on soft drugs. You know, I would like to say that because it's soft drugs, it's not a big deal. But if he was in no condition to work, you know, this basically means like he showed up high on his ass, like off his ass. High off his ass. He can't even say it. He can't even talk straight. So, we should do something. Right? I don't know if I want to fire him. How about we give him a fine? You know, we've never really had situations like this before. Maybe moving forward, if this ever happens again, we fine. Nothing resulted from it. He paid the fine and he went home. All right. Denise pulled a classic rib on Madison Rain. Denise hit her with the pull my finger. Or no, she hit her with the, oh, you got something on your shirt. Got him. Flicked her nose. Oh, Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe butting heads. Oh, geez. I would not want to get in between those two. Hell no. All right, everybody settle down. Thunder Rosa and Bianca Belair have been hanging out recently. So, you know, just sitting around like, what the hell do I got to do to get booked around here? All right, Dynamite 66, the final Dynamite of 2020. All right, first things first, we're gonna get straight to booking this CM Punk Elite segment. I genuinely can't remember if we've set this match up already. I'm going to say we haven't, just based on the promos I saw when I look back. So we're gonna have them. We're gonna set it up officially now. So we open up the show and out comes CM Punk. He's got FTR in tow. Obviously, he's doing his weekly burial of Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. We're just gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna do a second part, 3 minutes. The Elite come out. They argue a little bit. And yeah, the Elite are gonna lay out the challenge. They're gonna be like, you know, how about it? There's 3 of us and there's 3 of you. How about we have ourselves a trios match? All right, there you go. That's gonna open up the show. Oh, hey, maybe this isn't the most important angle in the world, but we have to cut. We need to do a promo explaining that Davina Rose is hurt and that Trinity needs a new partner. Actually, how about we say this? We say that Tony Khan announces a three-way tag team championship match with Davina and Trinity and Odeyo Tai both challenging the champions for the titles. But then right after that, we cut to a promo backstage where Davina Rose is there. And she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna get cleared in time to actually wrestle in this match. So we might have to forfeit. But then Trinity's gonna be like, hold on, Davina. We're not just gonna lay down and let them win. We've got other girls, we've got other friends. Let's just call somebody up. Call somebody up. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, that somebody is going to be Mickie James, but we're not gonna reveal that just yet. I just wanted to book that so I didn't forget to. We should probably give AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm a win. Something we don't do enough. Oh, I know who they can beat actually. First things first is borrow Max. Oh, what am I doing? I'm getting hungry, guys. I'm clicking angle when I mean to book matches. That's basically it. Anyways, AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm will take on the team of Madison Rain and Mercedes Martinez. 10 minutes, and I want AJ Mendez to go over. Here, we're gonna have Maxi Impaler distract Mercedes Martinez. I did not mean to click that. I meant to click storylines. All right, women's tag. Okay. You know what? We're gonna do this. We're just gonna put Odeyo Tai at ringside. But I don't want it to be a thing where they're there the entire match. Maybe just AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm win the match, and then after they win the match, we have like Mia Yim, Kaget, and Odeyo Tai kind of come out and they're like sarcastically clapping and like celebrating their win too, and kind of talking some smack to them, like we're gonna see you and we're gonna take those belts. But mainly, I'm putting them at ringside for the sake of the storyline, just to make sure it advances. Let's go ahead and book some some matches, or some other matches, I should say. Swerve versus Darby. All right, this is gonna be a rematch of the match they had not too long ago. Where we had Darby go over by DQ. Because Swerve Strickland, he was struggling so badly to beat him that he had to go and get himself DQ. However, this time is going to be different. It's going to be a street fight. "15 minutes. If we're doing a street fight, does it make sense to have it be a steal the show match? I don't know. We're doing it. This time, Swerve Strickland is in fact going to get the win, and he is now officially the #1 contender for the Prime Championship. Got a couple more matches up next. Tournament semifinals: Walter versus AJ Styles. And we forgot to borrow Will Ospreay, so we're just gonna have nobody at ringside. $16 Of course, no offense, everybody loves AJ Styles, but it's Walter's time. It's 2020, AJ. You gotta get with the times. Walter is in, he's hot, he's in his prime. He's big. Yeah, Walter going up. All right, and then of course this is going to be our main event: Sting versus MJF. Sting is basically he's already in line to face Cody. He didn't win anything. He kind of just declared that he's going after Cody, but he's basically already in line for the title shot. This is just MJF trying to show Cody, like, don't worry about it, man. I can take him out for you. I can beat this guy's an old man. Now, how hard can it be? All right, I'm gonna do something that I never do. We're gonna have a storytelling main event. I feel like that's the way this match just should be. So that's what we're doing. I mean, his psychology is not even as good as I thought, but I mean, surely. Yeah, MJF's got good psychology. All right. All right, so I'm hoping they can have a good match. Please don't let me down. Don't make me regret having this be the main event. Sting is gonna win. No, we're gonna have Cody at ringside. All right, I was also gonna put like Jonah Rock and Tom Lawler at ringside and the Best Friends, but we can just imagine they're there. It's just, I don't want to put too many people at ringside. The game doesn't like if you put too many notes. All right, so these are our matches tonight. I think we should also do a Latin Mafia match where Dark Penta teams with Latin Mafia. So let's do. How about we do Ortiz? No, actually, how about we do Penta, Black Taurus, and Demonic Flamita? Let's see, is there one that could be? You know what? Actually, hold on. I've got the perfect trio for them. All right, Evil Penta, Demonic Flamita, and regular old Black Taurus. Nothing wrong with them. We'll take on Cheeseburger, Mark Quinn, and Isaiah Cassidy. We're gonna have this be a 10 minutes. And so go. Also, did I made this to steal the show, but damn, we might just change this show. Yeah, we're gonna make this steal the show actually. All right, you know what we're doing? I want to do Phoenix versus Penta at New Year's Smash. So we're gonna have to do an angle after where they cut a promo, and I guess Phoenix is gonna come out and challenge them. All right, get ready for another Latin Mafia promo. Man, I should have never made this group. Too many guys. All right, Andrade is speaking. Penta. All right, you know what? For this first part, how about we just have Andrade speaking and everybody else in the back? Let's keep it simple. And they're kind of promo about what happened, you know, that Eddie Kingston, you know, he has been a thorn in our side for so long. And, you know, last Monday, 2 nights ago, we were going to take him out for good. And then something that confused me, the Death Riders decided that they wanted to stand against us. Why would you do that, John? Why would you make that decision, John Moxley, to make us your enemies? You know, Andrade is just a villain in my timeline. He's just evil. Ray Phoenix is off screen. Eddie Kingston and John Moxley. And we're gonna do a second 4-minute part where we're gonna have Eddie Kingston. Yeah, we're gonna have Eddie Kingston come out with Phoenix. Yeah, you know, Eddie Kingston's gonna be fired up and talking about how he wants a piece of Andrade, and you know how Latin Mafia, they're a bunch of punks, And Ray Phoenix is gonna be like, you know, I would have beaten you, Andrade, but my own brother Penta attacked me. You know, Penta, I know you're still in there. I want to face you one on one, and I want to restore you to who you used to be. Ray Phoenix is just like he's a RPG protagonist. He's talking about restoring Penta's soul all of a sudden. But yeah, so Ray Phoenix, he wants Penta. I don't know. We're just gonna have Penta work the crowd. He's gonna react. He wants to restore his brother's soul by fighting him and reminding him of the man he is. And all this is happening after Cheeseburger and Private Party get squashed. All right, so only 24 more minutes. You know, we had the Elite run a random 6-man here. All right, I was thinking I might just do that again. Honestly, just have the Elite win a 6-man tag. I don't really know what else I want to do with them. Yeah, because I feel like we could fit another match on this card, and then maybe a couple more promos, and we should be good. Have them take on Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and Chris. Actually, no, Evil Uno, Tracy Williams. All right, so kind of weird that we're doing two separate trios, kind of squash matches on the same show. But yeah, we're hyping up this trios match between these teams, so it just makes sense to get them on the card too. I feel like we don't book these guys enough in general, which is weird to say about like some of the top stars in the company. I think we do another Swerve promo. All right, just for the people who weren't paying attention when the match was set up before, we're gonna have Swerve cut a promo right after his match backstage where he's gonna officially be declared the #1 contender for the Prime Championship. Okay. I want to do a quick. God, this could even be 1 minute. I think. Yeah, after Walter beats AJ Styles, we're just gonna send Kento Miyahara out there, and they're just gonna have a face-off, face-to-face moment, just to hype up the crowd for the finals. I'm gonna smooth some stuff around here. Did I not do I could have swore I booked a promo with Cody, but I guess I didn't. So we're just gonna book a backstage Cody and MJF segment again. Oh, we did. We booked the backstage segment with them on the last show, I think. Well, this is essentially going to be the same exact promo, except it's happening on Dynamite. We'll just make it 3 minutes. All right, we've got 6 minutes left, so we're gonna give Sting a 6-minute promo before the main event. Please, Sting, don't let me down. All right, yeah. So last week we had Sting joking around, laughing with the best friends. This week, Sting serious promo. He's in a dark room by himself, one light bulb that's kind of flickering. Serious Sting. All right, that's 1:15, but let me see. I want to make sure we're not forgetting anything important. Let me just take a quick look at the New Year's Smash. Oh my God! Right, we should have Stokely and Khan cut a promo. Like they haven't even been on the show in weeks. And we still haven't set this match up. All right, so we need to fit in a backstage segment with both Jimmy Jacobs and Adam Page that somehow leads to a death match. All right, here we go. All right, boom. Jimmy Jacobs is gonna walk up to him. I know this is stupid, but Jimmy J, yeah, uh, that's just the title. All right, serious. All right, look, I'm booking this as one segment. We're gonna give it 4 minutes. We're gonna say that Jimmy Jacobs is cutting a promo backstage. You know, he's doing his thing. He's being really vague and ominous and spooky, and then we're just gonna hear off screen Adam Page yelling like, "No, shut the hell up right now!" And he's just gonna appear out of nowhere and interrupt Jimmy Jacobs' promo and be like, you know, "I'm getting real sick and tired of you running your mouth. You keep talking as though you know everything about me. You don't know anything about me. You don't know the man I am. You don't know how hard I will fight to get what I deserve and what I desire." And Adam Page is gonna challenge him to a death match. Boom. All right, we've got 6 more minutes left. Should we do a fit? Oh. All right, we're not gonna give 6 minutes to this, but we are gonna give 3 minutes. Backstage, Stokely and the women's champion, who we have definitely not forgotten about, Awesome Kong. Cut a promo on the next challenger, Hannah Kimura. And, you know, basically this is like standard Awesome Kong stuff where they're like, you know, we've been taking a couple weeks off, you know, we've been vacationing, maybe, you know, the champion is so successful that none of the challenges are even worth scouting anymore. Hannah Kimura, you think you're going to be any different? You really think that you can stand up to the might of the great Awesome Kong? Also, hey, this is a good chance for Ali, Dark Sheik, and Penelope Ford to make quick cameo appearances on the show. Congratulations, you're on Dynamite. All right, and what is this warning? Oh, we don't have a wild brawl, you say? What is this storytelling? All right, we made that other match a steal the show, so we'll just make this a wild brawl. All right, we did it. I'm thinking if I should use a finish on this. I know Sting is obviously very popular and he can deliver good promos, but he's not having great matches anymore, which is, you know, fair. Let's see, we have a near certainty, 2 near certainties, and that's it. 2 near certainties. Damn, do you want to save them? I think we're just gonna save them. We're gonna save them for next week. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. All or nothing, right? All or nothing. As the words were leaving my mouth, we're gonna save them. In the back of my head, I told myself, "What are we saving them for, pussy? What are we saving them for?" No, we'll get another chance to, you know, to try to get some finishes during the next couple booking team meetings. So yeah, we're gonna pop one here. And let's hope for the best. I hope we got what, an 88 last time? We're shooting for a 90. This show's definitely not a 90, but that's what we're going for. All right, opening angle officially setting up the trios match between the Elite and CM Punk and FTR gets a 79. My girlfriend turns on the light. I was sitting in darkness. All right, and then the Elite goes straight into a match with the Dark Order, who definitely still work here. Gets a 77. All right. Kenny Omega got a 91 in this, man. Thank you, Kenny. Also, I definitely picked the right Dark Order guys. Tracy Williams is he's kind of like got a bit of Colt Cabana going on, where he's weirdly good. All right, backstage segment with Cody. Not as good as the one from last week, but we'll definitely take a 75. Definitely nothing to sneeze at. Oh, yeah, so MJF reassuring Cody once again. He's like, I'm going to kill this old man. I'm going to break his hip. Wow. Swerve Strickland defeating Darby Allin in a street fight with a handspring back elbow. It gets an 85. What the hell? I wasn't ready for the finish. All right, well, he handspring back elbows him through a pane of glass. Gets an 85. Right, great match. New #1 contender. Finally. All right, we come back from commercial break, and we've got Swerve, we've got Don Callis. They're cutting a promo. They're coming for Bryan Danielson. 74. All right, and another International Championship semi-final match. Walter defeating AJ Styles in 16 minutes with a rear naked choke. And the match got a 90. My goodness. This has got to go down like as the greatest tournament I've ever booked in this game. Like we're gonna have to go back and look at all these match scores after, but like friggin' Walter and Kento, man, they're just putting up numbers, man. 90. Sheesh. All right, and then wow, this 1 minute angle got a 75. These guys are so over. It's insane. Yeah. The big face off between them. I mean, if these two had a face off in real life, I'd be hyped too. All right, so we needed to bring the crowd down a little. They were a bit too excited, so we had Stoke. We had a promo. 66. All right, thanks, Stoke. All right, in a decent match, the women's tag team champions AJ Mendez and Nikki Storm pick up a win over the babyface duo of Madison Rayne and Mercedes Martinez. We also had Maxine Paler distract Martinez during the match, allowing AJ to get the win. All right, pretty decent match. Mercedes Martinez really is not bad, but I basically brought her in as the counterpart to Tessa Blanchard and Katarina Waters, where it was like, well, if we're bringing in heels to do jobs, we should also get a baby face. So, sorry, Mercedes. All right, and then we get the backstage angle where it's revealed that Davina Rose is not cleared to wrestle, so we get a bit of a tease, who's gonna be Trinity's partner. All right, the intense backstage exchange between Adam Page and Jimmy Jacobs, where Adam Page challenges Jimmy Jacobs to a death match, gets an 83. All right, the storyline's gaining heat. These two are hot. All right, random Latin Mafia's trios match against Cheeseburger and Private Party gets a 78. Black Taurus got an 81 in this? Holy. Wow. Damn. Man, everybody did good in this except Cheeseburger, but even a 52 is not bad. Wow. Yeah, kudos. Round of applause for these 6 guys, the unlikely heroes of the show. Although we did have a 90 earlier, but ignoring that. All right, and then we get a promo after. Eddie Kingston comes out, talks some smack to Andrade. Ray Phoenix gets on the mic. He wants to restore his brother's soul. 73. The crowd not as into this as you think. You know, he's trying to restore his soul. How could you not be into that? You know, it's like you've got the custody of Dominic ladder match, and then you've got the fight for Penta's soul. I don't know. I think that's exciting. Ooh. We gave Sting 6 minutes, and it appears that was too many minutes. 68 promo. Very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. I can relate. All right. Please let the main event be good. We used a near certainty on it. Please let the main event be good. Hey, 79. All right. So the rating or the wrestling wasn't too great in the match, but the crowd was into it because, you know, of course, it's Sting. And they told the story on top of that. So yeah, great finish, great main event, great way to close out a big year for AEW. We did not, in fact, book a angle that I forgot about after this, so let's see what the show got. 86. All right, not quite as strong as that collision we booked, but still a very good show. All right, we made a quick 2 milli. Quick 2 mil. We gained popularity everywhere but the US. Just insane. All right, yeah, with that done, that's it for the year. That means the next time I bring you guys an AEW stream, we're gonna be going straight into New Year's Smash. I'm trying to be hype while I'm looking at Lillian Garcia. Oh, the New Year is here. Boom, fireworks. Next time, New Year's Smash coming up. We're gonna you know what? Yeah, actually, before I end the stream, let me do something that I always forget to do. We're gonna run down the card for New Year's Smash. El Rey has closed down. RIP. Oh, I definitely shouldn't delete this. All right, we're gonna leave this here. All right, and real quick before we end this episode, let's just look at the New Year's Smash card because we've got 2 big shows coming up. I've been talking about them ad nauseum. So yeah, let's just take a look at these cards. January 4th. Let's take it from the bottom up. AEW Prime Championship is on the line. Bryan Danielson defending against Swerve Strickland. Finally, Swerve has been trying to get this title shot for like over a month now, I believe. And Bryan Danielson has been putting him through the ringer. With Swerve finally the official #1 contender. Ray Phoenix going up against his own brother, Penta, who has turned to the dark side thanks to Latin Mafia. Can he restore his soul? We'll see. We've got a big 10-man tag match featuring most of the tournament, the International Championship tournament field. So we're going to have Kento Miyahara, AJ Styles, Will Ospreay, Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Tomohiro Ishii taking on the team of Walter, Timothy Thatcher, Minoru Suzuki, Lance Sabre Jr., and Lance Archer. Should be a crazy match. And then, of course, we have the AEW Women's Championship match between Awesome Kong and Hana Kimura. Hana Kimura won this match by defeating Bianca Belair quite some time ago, it feels like. Finally getting her big title shot. Can she prove Stokely Hathaway wrong? We'll see. And then, of course, in the main event, we've got a huge grudge match. CM Punk and FTR will be taking on the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks. CM Punk, of course, has a singles win over Kenny Omega, and FTR and the Young Bucks have faced off many times in many configurations. So yeah, this should be a very exciting and good match. And then of course, January 6th is going to be night 2 of New Year's Smash on Dynamite. We've got a death match, question mark, with Adam Page taking on Jimmy Jacobs in what's sure to be a very violent affair. The Women's Tag Team Championships are on the line. AJ Mendez and Nikki Cross are going to defend against Trinity and the yet to be revealed Mickie James. And of course, also Odeyo Tai, Mia Yim, and Kagetsu in a 3-way tag. We're going to announce the All Elite Tag League. I love doing tournaments so much that we're going to do Elite. It's going to be crazy. It's going to have a bunch of teams. It's going to be probably too much for me to handle. But yeah, we're going to announce that. And what's sure to be almost guaranteed to be the greatest match that we're going to book in this save. Kento Miyahara taking on Walter. Barring any type of injury or any unforeseen bad luck, this match very well can get 100. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This could easily be our first 100 in the save. And yeah, it's for the first ever international champion. And then we're going to have a trios match. We're going to have Eddie Kingston team up with Jon Moxley and Rey Fenix against the Latin Mafia trio of Andrade, Penta, and Ortiz. Lots of connections here, lots of moving parts, lots of intertwined webs. Yeah, we're going to have to set this up, though, with some kind of promo. But yeah, Jon Moxley finally, he's still a heel. But, he's got beef with Latin Mafia now, so you know what? Why not join the fight, right? And then, of course, the big one, our world title match. Cody Rhodes defending against the Icon, Sting. January 6th, New Year's Smash. All right, if that's going to do it for this stream, please, if you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment. Yeah. All right, episode's over, guys. Get the hell out of here. Get off my lawn. All right, I'll see you later. Take it easy, everybody.